Do what you do best. What's that? Hunt.
Myrmidons, my brothers of the sword. I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands. Let no man forget how menacing we are. We are lions.
Who is he? I don't know. He's a new recruit. I don't even know his name. He possessed great skills. Stick around.
Hey, what's up guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection, back with another video. Welcome to my channel, welcome to the game room, back with another one. Very excited again for another pickups video. I know I recently dropped one probably about like a week ago or a little bit more, I don't exactly remember, but I ended up finding a bunch of really cool stuff, man. A lot of games, a lot of retro, vintage stuff as well. And I decided to do another video. I said, why not? Majority of the stuff I'm gonna say that I did pick up from the wild, and recently it's been, it's been good. I've been finding really good deals, not like as obviously before because, nowadays people know what they have and they know what they're asking for. But my best advice is if you are hunting in the wild or whatever you're doing, if you want to get video games or whatever it may be, bundle up stuff together, and usually people, end up giving good deals, and it's been working for me for years, going on strong. It's almost going to be 11 years I've been collecting. I feel old saying that, but yeah, it's been a long time, but enjoying every bit of it, having fun, just having a blast with it, playing the games that I like, and collecting the stuff that I want to put in my collection. Even if it's non-video game, just, even if I don't find anything, I just go out, walk around, and you see people, talk to people, build connections, and sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, anyway, you guys still know the drill. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite drinks and snacks, and hope you enjoy the content. I'm going to get right into it. First thing I am going to show is, yes, unfortunately, it did not have the box, and I did wear them because I do wear my shoes, obviously. I had to break them in, and they were my size. Definitely legit. You can just tell by it, the inside and everything about it. Got these for a really good deal. Got some Jordan 2 black cements, and I think this silhouette and a sneaker overall is a very underrated shoe. It's a beautiful shoe. This is the second Jordan shoe, and I've said this before, even in my last video, I think I brought it up, where I only like the Jordans where it comes from the 1s all the way to the 13. After that, I don't really, not my style. And yeah, man, these are beautiful shoes. Just, I wore them like a couple of times. I even wore them when I went game hunting. A lot of the goodies that I'm going to show I actually found wearing these shoes. But yeah, man, overall, again, a beautiful silhouette, beautiful shoe, very comfortable. It's overall black with gray and a little bit of red, and I love that Air Jordan sign right there. There's a Nike on the back. Overall, it's like a leather, a decent material, really nice, but besides it being a nice shoe, at least in my opinion, a lot of people might not like it, but these are my favorites. I used to have the powder blue of these. I think they wore out because I've worn them, but overall, even if I have used shoes, but obviously these were brand new and they were in my size, like I said. I think it's a size 8 men's, so yeah, I wear like an 8, 8.5. But beautiful shoe. The inside is gray. It says Nike Air, Nike on the back again. Overall, majority it's black, as you can see, gray, a little bit of white, and the bottom is as like I said, I wore it a couple times, so it's gonna be worn a little bit. But yeah, man, love this shoe. glad I got it. Got it for a really good deal. And the box on these, I think, has like that Air Jordan wing sign on it. But unfortunately, the lady that was selling it, she didn't have the box for it. It was in another box. But definitely legit. A lot of times I do come across shoes that they are fake and stuff. I can tell right by it. I remember one guy had them, just to get into it really quickly about shoes. He had the Oregon Duck Jordans, and he was asking like $100 on them. But I could have told like from the top stitching and everything about it that it was like really fake. It didn't look right, and those are like stupidly expensive shoes, like college based PEs or anything like that. Especially Oregon Ducks, North Carolina, anything like that. Michigan, I'm always looking for. And I'm a big sneaker guy. I don't know if you want to call it a sneakerhead or whatnot, but currently I do have about like 20 pairs of shoes, maybe a little bit more. I used to have a lot, but whenever they end up wearing out, I usually donate them or just give them away, and then I just end up buying some new ones. Why not? That was that. The pair of Jordans right there, the Jordan 2s, black cements. And now let's get into some other stuff. I did go video game hunting actually today, just hunting in overall, and came back home with like bags of goodies, man. Really good stuff. I think most of these are from. I believe they're from last week, last Sunday or Saturday, something like that. Just there's a lot of bags and stuff like that, so bear with me. I ended up finding these PS4 controllers, gold and a camouflage one. They look great. I did try to test them out, but they didn't end up working. But it was pretty cheap. I think I got both for like 15 or $20 as far as like PS4 controllers go. So it's a camouflage one, and the left thumbstick rubber grip. That one's missing. They looked good. I was hoping for them to work, but it's all good. It didn't end up working. So a camouflage one and a PS4 one. For whatever reason, it just doesn't charge. It could be like an internal problem, or who knows, there could be dust inside, or I don't really personally know how to fix those things, but it is what it is. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but they can't all be winners in the bunch. Interesting story. I actually found these PS3 games. I ended up playing this. I hadn't played it in a long time. I remember when these first came out, Red Dead Redemption. I think there was a DLC on it too. I would constantly play this. I played the regular version and beat it. Red Dead Redemption. This is the physical copy of Undead Nightmare. So it's zombies and survival horror, but it's Red Dead Redemption based, obviously. Super fun game. And I also picked up Far Cry 2 for the PS3, obviously. They are both complete in nice condition. I got both of these for $8. The Far Cry games are really good. I have played the newer versions on a PS4. I want to get a few more of them. But yeah, I haven't played this one yet, but definitely one day we'll give it a play. Currently, I am playing different games and whatnot. So the story with this one was the guy that sold me these games. He told me that he had a lot more games and stuff. We exchanged numbers, and then he said that evening around 4 or 5 o'clock, just shoot me a text or call me or whatever, and I'll send you some pictures and stuff. So I did do that, and he sent me a bunch of pictures. And the following Sunday, I got there, and he told me, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to, but I ended up selling some of the stuff." I'm like, "Why'd you do that?" I told you I'm gonna come through and pick up. We could do like a bundle deal and all that. Some of the stuff was left behind. I don't know why. So the following week, I picked up some Genesis games, Super Nintendo game and a GameCube game. Again, bundled it up. He gave me a heck of a deal. And these were the games that I actually picked up, about, I think, 4 or 5 games. So I got Spider-Man for the Sega Genesis. Also picked up Maximum Carnage. I actually have the case for this, no manual, but I have a spare case, so you could say it's semi-complete now. Overall, not bad condition. I believe this one is a beat 'em up, and this one I was surprised to see whoever he sold some of his stuff to. He had some beat up N64 consoles and some third party controllers, which I wasn't interested in, and they were in a creative shape. But I ended up picking this up. This is a really good beat 'em up game. The Death and Return of Superman. Solid beat 'em up game. So this alone was definitely worth it. And the next two I picked up some Nintendo stuff. He threw these in there too. Super Mario Kart. It is, I think, the Player's Choice Edition, but I think a lot better than the one that I have as far as for the label goes. So some of these games could be upgrades. And got Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. And the manual is missing on this one, but again, the disc is in a lot better condition than the one that I have. I got the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. This is actually back in the days was a promotional disc. It includes obviously 4 classic games on there: The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, Adventure of Link, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. So as far as I remember, I haven't played too much of it. But even the copy that I had, as you can see on the bottom, it says not for resale. The manual is missing, but again, bundled it up, got a heck of a deal on it. So was really happy with that. Oh, whoops! I thought that was an empty bag. Actually, there's something in there. So let's put these here. Put them aside. I forgot what this was. Oh. Different seller, picked up an OG Xbox game. And as far as the OG game goes, Xbox collecting for me personally, I actually like to collect the exclusives. A lot of times, even online off of eBay or whatever the case may be, I end up finding, fillers, different games that are on different platforms. It could be on the PS2 or whatever. If I find a cheaper option or that is worth to me, I would definitely pick it up. Like last time, I think I ended up picking up Dark Watch, was it, for the Xbox? Got a really good deal on that off of eBay. Anyway, these are all obviously from the flea market swap meet. I ended up only getting this for $2, and it is exclusive to the original Xbox. It's Drive for Life, Volvo for Life, or is it Volvo? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Disc is Tic Tac, and a lot of times when it comes to these Xbox games, I get lucky and find them in like really nice condition. A lot of times the games aren't even played. For $2, you can't go wrong. It is a game that I could enjoy for hours. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of a racing game. Again, it is an exclusive I did not have in my collection, so happy to add that as well. Alright, since we're up to that, I ended up finding these. This was supposed to be actually in my last pickups video, but since I was doing one today, I said why not. Today is actually Friday, I think the 17th, January 17th. And some lady was selling these mugs, glasses. These are from actually 1993 McDonald's glasses. And it says made in USA, Flintstones. Got all of these for $1 each. Very nice condition. Beautiful. She said they weren't even used or anything like that. And yeah, man. I think all 3 of them, these 3 are all the same. And this mug is a little bit different. It has kind of like a rock shape to it, like stones. As you can see, hopefully that picks it up on the camera. And the rest of these are all the same for $1 a piece. I said, why not? I love collecting vintage mugs like this. And I got a lot of stuff from like Mickey Mouse, Snoopy. I got Popeye mugs from the 80s and so many other really cool stuff. I even have over there on my CRT TV a Pac-Man one. I got a Garbage Pail Kids one. So Really fun. It just brings a lot of memories and nostalgia as a kid. I remember when we used to go to like McDonald's or anything like that, and you would get like glasses like this, and it was really cool. So I got that, and the rest of these are all the same. Again, and the handle is kind of like a bone, which is really detailed, beautiful, just everything on it, the design of it, and everything about it. And I kind of like that. It's not like see through. I don't know exactly what they're called, but super cool glasses. All right, let's put this aside here, make some room. Ugh. See what next. Oh, I got some Ralph Lauren polo shirts for a really good deal. Obviously, brand new. I got another one. This is a red one with the black pony. Very nice. I love my clothes. As you guys know, I always pick up new stuff, new gear. New year, new gear, as I like to call it. And I also got an all black one with a red pony on it. I actually wore that. But yeah, so I got those two shirts for a really good deal. And today I actually picked up another one, which I was really surprised. Official polo by Ralph Lauren. This is only $5, man. $5. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. As you can see, the tag right there. Polo by Ralph Lauren. It says XL, but it kind of looks small. Hopefully, I'll fit into it. But a lot of times, different companies, they do different designs. So on stuff like that, sometimes I get XL. Usually, I wear large, but that's fine. I picked this up today for $5. I think it was a heck of a deal. The thermos inside is missing. Overall, in not bad condition. It says 1950, 51, 52, 58. I don't know exactly what year it is, but there's a whole bunch of like 50s to 71. It is a thermos, Snoopy lunchbox plastic. I like these lunchboxes. They're really cool. And I asked the guy, it was like $5, even though that thermos on the inside, it's not in there, it's missing. But again, for $5, the old school vintage lunchbox like this, I love stuff like this. I'm still looking out for like Mario and Zelda ones or any other old school cartoon or things like that. If I see the price is right, definitely gonna pull the trigger on it. And yeah, that was that. Some of these stuff that I'm showing right now, I actually picked these up, and some of them from last week, so not bad at all. I think this is the first thing that I found today. Some guy was selling video games, and I know the guy. He's like, "Hey, you haven't been coming through on Fridays and this and that." I'm like, whenever I get a chance, man, I stop by. Usually, I go like on Sundays, but he told me that he's gonna bring more games supposedly. I don't know. Next Friday, I'll stop by if I have the chance or time. So I got an NES controller. You guys know what's going to happen with this customization, baby. Contagious Customs. So I might end up using this, or most likely I'm gonna custom paint it. We'll see what happens. But always looking for controllers, even if I don't customize it. It's always good to have extras because a lot of times they don't end up working. And recently I was actually playing my PS4, and the wiring didn't end up charging the controller for whatever reason. And I'm glad I had like a spare wiring that connected to the controller. So I thought it was from the controller because prior to that I was playing a game and it charged fine. But again, like I said, I'm glad that I had the extra wire for it. And it's a little bit shorter, but still does the job. It charged. So it's good to have like spare stuff because you never know when they're gonna go bad or they might not end up working. But anyway, I also picked up a couple of PS3 controllers. I don't know if they work or not. They look a little bit dusty. They were in like a white bin. And before that, I picked up a Wii game. I'll show that in a bit. And I got two PS3 controllers. These are DualShock 3 6-axis. And I remember I called a video game store in my area. They were selling third-party controllers for like $25, which is not bad, but I'd rather have the OEM original one. And the one that I have is kind of glitchy for whatever reason. I was playing Undead Nightmares when I got it last week. The controller was kind of like being funky for whatever reason. But I ended up picking these two up. Hopefully they will work. I'll end up testing them and charging them. And yeah, spare controllers again. 2 for $7. I think that was a great deal as well. And I ended up getting, I think, a Wii game from that guy. So after I got the Wii game, I'll show it in a bit really quick right now. After I got the Wii game, I actually noticed PS3 controllers. They were sitting in a bin on the floor. So yeah, got a couple of notebooks. Heck of a deal, 2 for $1. Sometimes these come in handy. I like to, write stuff and whatever. Anyway, so before I got the PS3 controllers, I actually picked this one up. I was looking out for this. Looks like a really good game. I have seen people talk about it. There's a part 2 as well. And I asked the guy how much you're asking for the game. He only said $2. It is complete, and it looks like a pretty fun game. And overall, even online, it's not that expensive. At most, it could probably be $10 or less. But the beauty of flea markets and flea markets and swap meets, you could get stuff for pretty cheap. Then again, there was this old guy that was selling Wii stuff, shovelware. He was asking $10 per game, different seller. And I was just like, okay. There was about like 20, 30 games maybe. None of them were good. Not even worth it for me to pay. If it's worth it, I would have got at least like one game for $10. But he's like, take everything for $150. I'm like, no, thank you. Have a good day. That's not happening. Anyway, the Blob, got that for $2. So yeah, the this one I got it with the PS3 controllers. Afterwards, like I said, I found the PS3 stuff. $2 for that, $7 for 2 PS3 controllers. So I ended up paying like $9. Next one, I had played this on the 360, I think, when it first came out, but I wanted to try it and give it a go on the PS4. A decent and very good, actually, first-person shooter. Got Destiny. This one was $4. I remember when this first came out, they were like putting in under that limelight, so to speak, where it's the next coming of Halo and it's the next great thing or it's the next Halo. But it's up there. I really enjoyed it. I have played it and got pretty far into it. I want to give it a go again, see if there's a graphical difference and gameplay difference, but I'm sure it'll be better on the PS4. But yeah, $4, $5, definitely worth it. And there was a swap meet flea market that I used to go to, which is about like 15, 20 minutes away from my house. Unfortunately, I found out from a few sellers, and there was rumors that it is going to shut down. And it was like another playground that I got to play in. As for me, like game hunting and finding good stuff. I had found amazing things from there, man. I remember I found Futurama on the PS2 from there for only $5. And when I found out it closed down, I guess the seller sold the land or something like that. I was kind of bummed out about it, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? You have no control over certain things and situations, but got to find other places. And or the one that I go to. Hopefully, it does not shut down, but it happens. What are you going to do? So the guy that I had seen that he would actually sell in that other flea market that shut down, I saw him. He's like, "Hey, what's up, man? This and that." And then he was like, "Yeah, I got a game," and it was like in the back of his car. So I was asking him like, "What is it?" He's like, "It's a PS1 game." So he pulled it out, and I think he was asking for like $20. I'm like, I don't know about 20. It's kind of steep. The manual's missing. Discs are in overall really good condition. A couple of them are very tic tac, but he ended up giving me a really good deal, and I picked up Fear Effect for the PS1. The manual is missing. The case is kind of cracked back and forth, but I might have spare things where I could, swap that out, and that'll be fine. So I got that. Then he was asking some 360 games he had. Again, some shovelware on the PS2. This one caught my eye. I like my first-person shooters, so he gave me a bundle deal again for both of them. And I picked up a Medal of Honor Frontline for the PS2. So I got those two from him. Picked up a couple of shirts. A lot of sellers, man, they come up with like really good deals, and this was like hanging on the front where you enter like the area, and they have like covers, kind of like tents and stuff. So I picked up a couple of shirts for a really good deal. I like the color on them. They're both Guess. This is like a kind of like a brownish, I would say dark brown. I don't know exactly, copper, and it says Guess in the front. It's like leathery in the front with a question mark. So I got that, and I got this one as well, black on gold. Um, Again, it's Guess. It says Los Angeles in the middle. Pretty cool. I like that foily shininess to it. And you guys know I'm a big Jordan fan, and I love, Chicago stuff and jerseys and things like that as well. And you guys know I always get shoes whenever I can. And I picked up this jersey. As you can see, even has that Ultra Game. It has that official sticker on it, NBA logo. It's not a player jersey, but a team jersey, I would say. It says Chicago Bulls. It is my size. Very nice, very soft material, and it has that, of course, the bull sign on the back, the mean mugging bull. Awesome. It says Chicago Bulls. I got some Jordans. Definitely shoes, some stuff that'll, go with that. It'll go nice. So, again, got a really good deal for all of that. Really, really excited, really happy on the stuff that I found, and I love just getting new things like this and showing to you guys. And another lady had this Garbage Pail Kids, Garbage Pail Kids cards in like this Ziploc bag, I guess. And I don't know exactly how many there are. I didn't count it, but I think I ended up getting all of this for like $8 or $10, something like that. So I'm gonna count it really quick, see how many cards there all are, and I believe they're all sticker based, and usually they are. And I did find back in the days, like I remember, I found a few ones, really cool ones. I have some on the outside of my bedroom door, game room door, and some on my CRT TV over there. So very quickly, hold on 1 second. I want to count it really quick how many cards there are. Bear with me, guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 29, 30. 40, 42 cards. Not bad. Not bad at all. I want to see any that stick out. Like, it's just bizarre, man. Back in the days, I love this stuff. Like I said, I even have a mug where there's like 4 different characters on the mug, or 5, and this one is Rudy Toot. As you can see, some really funny stuff. Here's one where it's a barfing Barbara, and she's cooking, but that is just, man, that's really really graphic. Yicky, is it Yicky Mickey? I would assume Yicky Mickey. Oh man, there's some really like Max X. I remember this one as a kid. When we like open up these packs, there's even some doubles in there too. Let me see any other ones that like are cool. High Rye. It's just hilarious, man. And obviously, these were, I think, like a parody or like a subliminal hit to Cabbage Patch Kids. At the time, obviously, Cabbage Patch Kids were, aimed at or directed more for like girls, and I think this was more for boys at the time, or I don't know. It could be either both. That's fine, but yeah, man, I love Garbage Pail Kids. Bratty Matty, the pelican taking the baby, that is hilarious. And this one's kind of like King Kong. Humongous. That is hilarious. I'm gonna use that. Humongous. Hugh is the first name, and Mungus is the last name. So humongous. It's like kind of like a King Kong type. Cranky Kristen. Oh wow, with the crank. Get it? Cranky. That's hilarious. Filled up Philip. Like corks in the eye, the mouth, the eyes, and the ears. That is hilarious. On the mark. Wow, look at that. And the behind is like a target. Um, I remember I had this one, Bruised Lee. I have this one taped on my CRT TV. So that's pretty cool. Apple Corey. Yeah, a few. Yeah, there's some doubles in there as well. Stone Sean is like literally a stone. Oh, this one's cool. Frankenstein. Yeah, awesome. I was looking if there was one where it was like a Rambo parody. I have the T-shirt of that. Um, I still haven't worn it, but it's kind of like Rambo. He has like bullet holes in him, and he has like all kinds of like he's armed to the teeth, literally from like head to toe with bombs and grenades and all kinds of pistols. And I want to actually get more of those shirts in the future. So really cool stuff. Again, I think it was worth it for what I got, and I love vintage stuff like this. Very cool. I think that was that. Next, a few stuff here, a few more to go. I picked this up. I believe I bought last week, or was it whenever it was? I got Wave Race 64 from this lady. She wanted like I think like $5 for it. This time I got this for 7. She had some other Genesis games on the table. I ended up picking this. I wasn't interested in those. Hopefully Sunday I'll probably stop by again, see what they have. Maybe she has more games, and I'll let her know if you have like any more games. Bring it through. I'll pick it up, whatever I need. For the collection. Paperboy, pretty fun game. I have seen gameplay of it. Haven't played it yet, but $7. Why not? Reseller, I got this again for a decent amount. It was a really good deal. He hooked it up for both games. Needed some upgrade. Banjo Kazooie is a reseller. I ended up getting Standalone Complex. Was it Ghost and Shell? From the PS2 last time from this guy. And I got a Banjo Kazooie, very fun game, one of my favorite games on the console. And I ended up picking up Legend of Zelda. Uh, Again, backup copy. It could be a upgrade as well, because a lot of the times, whenever you put it inside a console and pull it out, um, it kind of like fades away. But overall, it's a decent copy, not bad. One of my favorite games on the NES, a super fun game. All right, let's put that aside. Next, I got these from resellers. I think they're like friends or whatever they are. One of them was kind of rude for whatever reason. I can care less, but I ended up getting this as a bundle deal. And I was trying to get this 64 game for a little bit less. He's like, no, it's. I think that's a good deal. This and that. And again, the label is in a lot more tic tac condition than the one I have, so that's the reason why I got it. And it's a really good game. So I ended up picking up F-Zero for the obviously Super Nintendo, and Darius Twin, which is I believe a side-scrolling schmuck shooter, shoot 'em up. And I picked up Mickey Speedway USA, fun, very fun. It is a rare title, and plays very similar to Mario Kart. I would say a fun one, and one of the fun racing games on the console. And there's a bunch of racing games on the 64. I believe that they were like exclusive only for, or just. I love 64 games. A lot of people don't like the controller on it. There's a really good option where you could get like the Hyperkin, I believe it is, or there's like a retro bit thing where it's kind of like the Hori controllers, and it's a lot better than the original one, and it feels more comfortable. It's smaller. It's two-sided, where obviously the 64 it has like two on the side and one in the middle, where you could hold the controller. But I believe there's a lot of great games, and I love that console. And next one, I picked up another copy of Resident Evil 2 for a really good deal. And I just wanted another copy for, why not, I said. And right before I was going to leave, this guy is going to stop selling video games. He said he's going to end up retiring or whatever the case may be. But every now and then, I still see him there. He's still trying to get rid of his video games. So right before I left, he told me that he has some Sega Genesis games. So he's like, stop by Sunday. So I told him, you have my number. We've exchanged contact information and stuff. I'm like, just text me or, give me a call. Let me know that you're going to bring them. And I'll definitely stop by and we'll work out a deal. So, yeah, hopefully we'll see that. If that comes through, I'll show you guys what I picked up on the Genesis stuff. But, yeah, man, absolute phenomenal game. I have played this, beat it. I still got to play it and beat it with Claire Redfield, I believe. And I beat it and played it with, what's it called? With Leon Kennedy. But there's so much to do, man. And even after when you beat these games, what I like about it, there's like unlockables and different weapons and so much stuff to do. It's super fun. Excellent remake. Part 3, I played it as well. I still want to pick up the Origins, which I believe is 0 and the remake of the first game. So it's 2 games in one. And yeah, man. PS4, in my opinion, is a better go-to, where certain games, which I'll talk about a little bit, where the Switch version I've played, you have to have the DLC, and I'm not really into that, where you got to put codes in and download stuff. The good thing about the PS4 version, if you can get it, which I highly recommend, is a lot of the times, games and extra stuff is downloadables are embedded inside the disc. So you don't have to go through that hassle of downloading this or downloading that. And last but definitely not least, guys, I'm about finished here. Close to 40 minutes. Maybe it'll go a little bit more, but I like to talk about the stuff and experiences I have and everything. But yeah, I ended up stopping at GameStop, and I've heard there's rumors that they're gonna shut down this and that, but the one in my area is still open, and I picked up some PS4 games. So I have played this and I have beat it, but I got the PS4 version, obviously, and all bonuses are included. It says original game and whatnot. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls Ultimate Evil Edition. So yeah, pick this up. Like, this one was like, I think like $10 or less. Definitely worth it. Again, I have played the PS3 version. I love my top-down overhead, dungeon crawlers, action RPG, super fun game. There's so much to do. Can't wait to give this a go, see what the difference is, the additional stuff that there will be on the PS4 version. So looking forward to playing that. And another one, which again, it's two games in one. Metro Redux, I believe that's how you pronounce it. I don't know exactly. Two full games with all DLC. Another thing that I'm talking about, like it's all of it, everything is in there. So there's two games: Metro 2033 Redux and Metro Last Light Redux. I played a little bit of the first one, excuse me, and it looks like a very decent, fun first-person shooter. And last but definitely not least, I had played this and have it on the Switch. And again, there were certain things where I couldn't go to like certain levels because I didn't have the DLC, and that is Dead Cells Return to Castlevania Edition. So it features DLCs, super fun, man. The Castlevania level is just the music and everything. Even when you go to like Dracula's castle, amazing music. It's Castlevania to the T. And there was this part where there's like a little bit of like dialogue and reading, and it kind of like mentions games about like Shovel Knight and Blasphemous and other um, like Metroidvania style games, action platformer style games, which is cool. And there's kind of like a Blasphemous thing in there too, where you could get the Shovel Knight's. I'm saying Blasphemous, sorry, the Shovel Knight's weapon, and it does that same twist spinning thing and hitting the enemies on the top of their head and stuff, and it kind of like shovels through. And there's so much stuff on this. The good thing about that I like about this, you'll never get bored. There's so many different routes you could take, and it always regenerates kind of. Every time you die, there's like a new thing that pops up, different costumes, weapons you could unlock, and it's so much fun. I am currently playing this right now, having a blast with it. Super fun game, and I was thinking about grabbing it off of eBay, but GameStop actually had a really good a deal on it, so I ended up getting all these three games, and definitely was worth it. So yeah, I got those three games from GameStop. Highly, highly recommend this one, guys. If you guys haven't played Dead Cells, even get the regular version. If you're into action platformers, Metroidvania style, that style of game, it's super fun. The map is also very easy to read. A lot of those games where I kind of got thrown off of, I remember, where the map, it takes a little bit of a time to like figure out what's going on with it. But it's a super fun game. Highly recommend it once again. And that was that. And yeah, another pickups video in the vault. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a fantastic day. Take care.
Hasta la vista, baby.